Hi everyone, it's Chenso from Reality Art Pod, here to talk about Week 6's Thursday live eviction episode of Big Brother 27. Last time on Big Brother, when Lauren helps the Hog Father and Lil Stinky catch a rat, she won the power of veto, and a failed pressure campaign from Rachel meant Lauren using the veto to save Vince, and Rachel named Riley as the replacement nominee. Before I dive in, I put a link in the description to my playlist to catch up on my recaps. If you like the content, consider liking and subscribing. You can also use my link to try Paramount Plus for free. But let's dive into it, starting with our Thursday night tradition.
What's Julie wearing?
Ooh la la.
Exquisite.
Julie popped up on screen, and my jaw dropped. She looks resplendent in a simple red dress, and her hair is sideswept and laid. Many bracelets that complement her outfit. Julie's always in a bunch of bangles. I ain't mad at it. She should buy this dress in every color. Stylist, bestie, you snapped and gobbled. We pick back up where we left off. Lauren adjourns the veto meeting, and tensions are high after Riley's nomination. Rachel feels like this was the best move because Riley's a big threat, and the other players should see that. Riley's mad, but he's fired up and not going out quietly. Catherine is upset and crying. Lauren reassures her that Riley has the votes to stay no matter what. Rachel's drinking a high noon, a little something to take the edge off, you know? Will, Rachel, and Ashley encourage Mickey to win the Blockbuster to get Riley out. Kelly is still convinced that she has a final two with Vince. She brings it up to him, and he tells us he doesn't even remember making a final two with her. Ouch! Vince commits his vote to Riley, and he remembers that he also has a final two with Riley from day 2, but Morgan, Vince's even closer ally, is also on the block, and he promises her she'll be safe as well. He's hoping Mickey doesn't win the Blockbuster, so this never becomes a choice he has to make. Mickey campaigns to Catherine, doing her strategizing with her M&Ms. Morgan comes in and they scoop up the M&Ms. Morgan knows if there's a bag of M&Ms in a bed, they were strategizing. She even taught Mickey how to use those M&Ms as an abacus. Mickey then makes comments about Ashley spending too much time in the HOH room. Ashley feels like Mickey's trying to make Riley and Catherine think that Ashley was involved in choosing the nominations. Ashley brings this back to Will and Rachel, who both agree that Mickey's acting crazy. And Morgan comes to Ashley, ratting Mickey out for talking smack about Ashley. Morgan, Rachel, Will, and Ashley all compare notes about Mickey. Morgan sees this as her in to get the votes that she needs. They even pull in Vince, naming this 5-person alliance the judges because they decide who makes the jury. Ashley's ready to throw down the gavel and blindside Mickey, which leads us to the Blockbuster competition. Settle the score. Players have to roll their ball down their game board. The ball will fall into a point slot. If they're confident in their score, they can lock it in. The player with the highest score locked in after 2 minutes will win their safety. Julie tests out these challenges every Thursday morning and posts them on social media, and every time Julie would be eliminated. So they get started. Riley gets a 29 early on and just stands there waiting to see if the girls beat him. Morgan then gets a 29 and smartly locks it in before Riley can. Then he also locks in his 29, which was so dumb. But over on the left, off screen, Mickey scored a 38 and wins the Blockbuster competition and her safety. At this point, it's about to go down. Julie reveals to the house that Mickey won to a pathetic woo, and Julie lets them scramble. These players are all over the place. Vince and Ava connect and have a quick chat that seems to go nowhere. The nominees give speeches. Riley gives a standard speech. He talks up Morgan, and Morgan gives more passion and gets emotional. In the voting, votes to evict Morgan are Catherine, Kelly, Lauren, and Keanu, and votes to evict Riley are Mickey, Vince, Ashley, Will, and Ava. Julie pipes into a very emotional house. Ava's breaking down and Rachel's consoling her, announcing that by a vote of 5 to 4, Morgan is safe, a rare switch up from Julie that she only does to people she hates. So Riley's evicted, Catherine instant tears, a lot of people instant tears, including Lauren, whose fault this is. Julie comes into this interview in journalism mode, asking some tough questions, potentially trick questions, but Riley takes accountability for his eviction, and of course they talk about Catherine. She reminds Riley he said he was going to marry her. He's like, oh, I didn't know that was on camera, even though he said it many times. This interview wasn't as hard-hitting as I thought it would be. Riley gives very diplomatic answers, so we lose Riley here, someone who had a lot of people talking on the outside world for all the wrong reasons, especially for someone who did practically nothing for 6 weeks. He was in no real alliances, spent most of the time laying around with his showmans. He was actually in a great spot in the game lately by no doing of his own, but because the other players liked him personally and feared him as a competitor, so nobody was coming for he and Catherine out of fear, but Rachel had no fear. She takes a big shot at Riley, nominating him, and he flounders in the Blockbuster competition, so all of that fear was really for nothing. I mean, he kind of is scary, but more in the way that he acts so obsessed with Catherine, which had fans on the outside worried about Catherine's safety. Even though Catherine was returning the feelings and does seem to really like him, there were concerning findings from his personal life and criminal history that had fans rightfully worried at any moment that something bad was going to happen. The way he speaks to Catherine can be triggering to a lot of people watching from home, so this departure makes things a little bit lighter and easier to watch. I'm excited to see Catherine play without him and never want to see him on a reality show again. Taylor and Derek come out. They let us know that tonight there's a wall comp coming and to promote BB Unlocked. I'll be honest, I haven't even watched the last BB Unlocked yet. Boston Rob comes out and gives Julie a big smooch.
A little kiss. I like that.
match. Julie challenges Rob to play Big Brother, and Derek challenges Rob to a Big Brother vs. Survivor season, which I'm so here for. Parvati on the live feeds, I'll have no life, and that's coming from someone who has no life. So that ends a really incredible episode, which will go down as one of the most iconic evictions. A 5-4 vote ahead of the wall comp. The only thing it's missing is King Adrian hanging on that wall. Let me know in the comments, what did you think of Mickey winning the Blockbuster and Riley's eviction? Or just comment saying, we won! And who you're rooting for in the wall comp. I'll be back later tonight with my player rankings for week 6. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Until next time, you know where to find me. Glued to my computer, watching people on a wall. Bye.